Ever. I mean, maybe if you see the head crowning, you might be able to comment on it. But unless and until that happens, it's not appropriate to comment on a woman's pregnancy status. So I didn't really wear the plug suit at cons after that. That was pretty cringeworthy, I would say. Like,
it sounds pretty hot, like in Florida too. Plug suits are not
Florida.
very
No, well, mine was like cottony, stretchy, you know, so not. It was a little breathable. It was okay, but yeah. So that was one. That was just one little tidbit that I can share with you. That's fairly PG. Yes.
On the Platinum collection, we got to see your Oscar collection.
Yes, some of it. I mean, it's much more advanced and.
Yeah, I was going to say,
terrifying.
how awful is it now?
It's pretty bad. I haven't been as obsessive in the last couple of years about buying Oscar stuff. I mean, it's kind of gotten to the point where it's overwhelming, and you know, TLC is going to have to come in and do a show about recording Oscar figures.
We'll watch it for you.
Yeah, but there's a lot more still. Because that was about 11 years ago. So, yeah. There is more. And then what they did is, okay, so I was into Oscar and I was into Hello Kitty, and then they did all this merchandise of Hello Kitty as Oscar, and I'm going, really? I mean, somebody asked me a couple of years ago when they started doing this stuff, I was like, did they make that for you? And I said, I kind of think so. Kind of do. I mean, I did, there was this magazine interview that I did, came out over 11 years ago, and I had this picture of this Hello Kitty figure that I have where she's dressed in a red devil outfit, and I made the comment that I thought it'd be cool to turn it into a plug suit and have a Hello Kitty dressed as Oscar.
Oh.
So did they steal my idea? Maybe they did. I don't know. Can't prove anything. I'm going to have bought a lot of this merchandise, as you can probably imagine. So, yeah.
What's your relationship with Spike Spencer?
Well, the funny thing is, when we started working on Evangelion, I did not know Spike back then. Yeah, I had not met him when we started working on the show. And I first met Spike, this is how I recall it anyway, I think the first time that I met Spike, I was leaving the studio and he was coming into the studio, and we're probably around halfway through the series, so maybe like, I don't know, around like episode 15 or somewhere in that vicinity, and I just met him very briefly at that point. And then a really funny thing happened around that time, kind of in the late 90s, is that I ended up working on a lot of radio commercials with Spike. It was like, for a while, every time I would get booked to do a radio commercial, I'd show up at the studio and Spike would be there. It was very weird. It's just like, oh, here's Spike again. Okay, so now we're doing this. So that was really funny, and so it's kind of like I got to know him a little bit more through, you know, working more directly with him, because like I said, when we're recording the anime, we're by ourselves, so we're not really working with the other actors or see the other actors. And then really I probably got to know Spike more actually doing conventions with him, so that's where I mainly get to know a lot of voice actors. Now, he has not lived in Houston for, wow, a number of years. I want to say, I don't know, so maybe like 8 or something years. He hasn't lived in Houston for a long time. So the only time I see him is at conventions. So I mean, we're like convention buddies, and we kind of know each other, but you know, I didn't like go to his wedding, or you know, we don't really hang out. We live in opposite parts of the country, so you know, we're cool. We get along. It's all good. We just don't. We're not really around each other that much. So we do a few conventions with each other. I've probably done 2 or 3 with him so far this year. So that's kind of fun, hanging out, doing the Oscar Shinji thing. Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming projects you're working on with?
Yeah, kind of. Usually, like with most of the work that I do, I don't know if you were here when I was saying this, but usually it's literally like, I'll get a call on a Monday, can you come in on Thursday for 2 hours? And I go in and I work and then I'm done. So, you know, most of the time I don't really have something that's, quote, upcoming, because either I'm doing it or it's over. So I don't have anything like that's exactly scheduled, but I did recently do the English scripts for a fantastic show called Parasite the Maxim. That is going to be dubbed. It's it's one of the best shows that I've ever seen, and definitely it's one of the best ones I've ever worked on. I mean, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's a really incredible show. So I don't know if I'll be working on it as an actor or not, but I did get to write the scripts for it, and it's fantastic, and it will be on Toonami at some point.
Is that Funimation?
No, it's with Sentai Filmworks. And actually another show that I worked on pretty recently, it's called Akame ga Kill, and that's going to be on Toonami first. That's coming up sometime next month, I think. I think this is August 1st, right? So I think it's in September. I don't know the date, but somebody told me the date, but I've already forgotten it. Anyway, so Akame ga Kill, so I'm in that, and that's going to be on Toonami, and then Parasite will eventually be on Toonami, but it has not been dubbed yet, but that's happening sometime soon. I don't know. So that's a couple things that are coming up that I'm very excited about, and I have a list on my table that has other stuff in it, but those are the two things that I can think about right now that are happening. Yes. And then eventually we'll get to see Evangelion 3.0 when it comes out in the future.
2017.
At a time when that happens. A time that I do not know. Yes. Okay.
I've had it pre-order for like a year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's so sad.
I was in, we did a family vacation to Belgium like a few weeks ago. Well, we did a big European tour, but anyway, that's beside the point. We went to an anime shop in Belgium, and they had 3.0 in French.
Oh.
I was really tempted, but I'm jealous of the French people.
Wow. So they had it in French. That's incredible. And dubbed in French, or wow.
French with French
Sacré bleu! Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I can't, like I said, I've run out of any ideas that make any sense at all as to why it doesn't. I mean, we redid it, and then we redid it. We can redo, and yeah, that was a year ago. Why isn't it out? I don't understand. I mean, there's no reason for Funimation not to want to put it out because they're not making any money on it while they're not putting it out. So I just guess like Studio Car or something, but I don't know. I mean, I do not know why. I do not know why. So my best guess at this point is that there must be an alien abduction that's involved somewhere, because other than that, I have no real explanations for anything. But they're going to put this all on the internet, and then I'll get in big trouble.
Write a strong little word letter. Just like write an angry letter about it. To like Ano.
Dear sir or madam, to whom it may concern, I am very cross with you. I want to say, very sternly.
Well, maybe he wants to release 3.0, and like whenever 3 + 1 comes out, so it's like doing literal math.
That would still be years and years, because I mean that one hasn't even come out yet. So
Well, they're actually supposed to release that one, but like by 2016 is what they're supposedly like. It was
yeah,
slated
but I
for
mean,
this
if it
year.
doesn't get released in Japan until